So hello to everybody. I'm Matteo Sabini, and I'm project manager at the Agency for the Promotion of European Research, APRE, that is the coordinator of BioVoices project. Today, we are here with Matthias Meyer, Dr. Matthias Meyer, that is chair of Forest Policy and Forest Research Economics at the Technical University of Dresden in Germany. And we are here with him also because he is the technical manager of the Dendromass4Europe project, a European project funded by BBI-JU. So first of all, thanks very much for accepting our invitation. And we have 3 questions for you. And we would like to start with the first very introductory question, where we would like to understand more what are the main objectives of the Dendromass4Europe project.
Yeah, first of all, thank you very much, Matteo, for having me here. It's my pleasure and it is an honor for me. I'm happy to tell you something about our relatively big project. Dendromass4Europe has brought together 3 strong industrial partners with partners from science and from Nature Conservation Agency. And we have the objective to establish, let's say, a lighthouse example for sustainable bio-based material production. And the raw material basis of this new bio-based materials will be a new wood resource. So the project will establish sustainable agricultural biomass crops with fast-growing tree species. So this is a rather new biomass crop. It is an agricultural crop, not a forest crop. And approximately 2,500 hectares of marginal or underutilized land will be used for this biomass production. And the project focus is a region in West Slovakia. But the project includes the whole value chain from the field to the gate of the industrial facility. So the crops will be established, but also an optimum logistics solution for harvesting and supply chains to the production site. And also the production of the new bio-based materials is included up to the market introduction. So the trees that we use are poplar trees. So for those who don't know what a poplar tree is, I may repeat this in different languages, maybe álamo in Spanish or piopo in the Italian language, topol in Slovak language, topola, Polish. Those trees have great advantages. For instance, we can produce, or we can have also very good additional effects for our agricultural biodiversity. So because the tree crops allow a lot of ground vegetation, which can help insects to survive, for instance. And we can also demonstrate that those trees are able to capture carbon dioxide. And by producing the new bio-based materials with the dendromass, we call the biomass dendromass because it is produced from wood. That's wood, bark, or mixed biomasses of both, will help to replace fossil-based resources in our industrial production of consumer products. So we hope to demonstrate quite well how valuable short rotation coppices, that's the name of the crop, are for our future bioeconomy.
Okay, and so you talked that your main research is the poplar. So can you please tell us why poplars are the best for conducting the activities that you're doing in your project?
Well, It's not easy to explain that, but let me try it first with the fast growth. So it's always surprising, even for me as a person that has been doing research on those trees, how fast they grow. So you plant a cutting like that, for instance. So in our projects, there are rods used that are much longer. They are simply planted, they root and develop in the first year a tree that can be 3 or 4 meters high. So that's really fascinating to see the fast growth. And there is really no other trees. You can hardly find another tree species that is able to produce so much biomass per hectare per land that you use in such a short time. So that's the first reason. It's important to understand why also the capture of carbon dioxide is so important. And the second point is the poplar wood is very lightweight. So you see that's a stem that's from Germany, that's from short rotation coppice, which was grown here some years ago. This tree was 11 years old only. Yeah. So the trees in the Slovak Republic will become bigger, and the wood, as many people know, is so lightweight, then it helps to reduce the weight, for instance, of furniture. You can make furniture with this. The material for furniture production will have the same stability or strength than the other wood, which is normally used, like pine wood or spruce wood. You have definitely a more lightweight product like furniture, and so you can reduce along the whole production chain the CO2 emissions, for instance. So there are many other applications of the wood or the bark. I can show you a sample from my research partners who have extracted the bark, and they received or obtained some material which is having a fungicidal effect. You can put this bark material into new bio-based packaging, so-called molded fiber parts that are added with bark. Yeah. So with this materials, the industrial partner seeks to replace fossil-based, so plastic packaging, for instance, and by putting the bark of the poplars into that material, he is able to achieve an eco-fungicidal effect. So, but the poplars have a lot of advantages also for the nature, for the agricultural ecosystem in our European agricultural fields. So the new trees in those empty landscapes can help shading and can have a cooling effect on the whole microclimate or on the regional climate. They protect from wind erosion. That's why they have already been planted many decades ago, but this system has, of course, the same effect. They can retain water, like from a heavy rain event. So you will also protect your agricultural soil from erosion. The trees filter particles from the air, and so the trees do only grow a rather short period as compared with the forests. So they will not flower the fluff. Maybe the seeds that are flying around in May will not be released, so nobody will suffer or will be annoyed from this fluff.
Okay. So we talked about the advantages of poplars, and we talked also about the fact that we are talking about agriculture and not forest. And regarding the agriculture ecosystem, how do you support the farmers and landowners with your project? So you talk of some benefits from them. So, but how do you support them?
Yes, so the benefit is definitely there, and mainly as our main industrial partner in the Slovak Republic offers a long-term partnership with the farmers, the farmers may obtain a secure and reliable income. Yeah, this industrial partner is also utilizing the wood after the growth period. The growth period, as I said, is 4 to 6 years long, but the whole project length, the total length of all rotation cycles is approximately 20-25 years. So the contracting system, who is interested in that, could please check our website on the farmers section. It is given in English, Slovak, and Hungarian language for the specifics. So I am not the businessman from the industrial partner to give you all the details about that. However, I can say that it is rather attractive to have this kind of income for the farmer. Secondly, the farmers can provide land of low quality classes. Typically, those land quality classes are not suitable to achieve sufficient yield in economic aspects. So the farmers sometimes have problems to work economically. However, the poplar trees are able to adapt to these fields. They can grow there because they have a forest-like root system. So they can access wide and deep soil layers. They can access water in the ground rather deep. And they can survive a drought year, for instance, can grow on in the next year. So the farmer gets a more stable or safe yield. So he does not lose the whole crop, like in an annual crop when a drought occurs. Mm-hmm. And after the final harvest, the roots remain, and also the leaves of the poplars that are released in the autumn are decomposed and new humus is formed. So the farmer gets also a soil improvement. So this can result in a better nutrient availability or a better water holding capacity, which is very important for our future of agriculture under the predicted conditions of climate change, of course. Yeah. And there is a legal aspect also. So normally everywhere in Europe, forests are protected. And by law, a forest is every stand of trees of a beginning from a specific density. So, but this crop, this agricultural crop is taken out of this law. So definitely this asset, this real estate will stay agricultural land. So you can convert it into a classic agricultural crop afterwards. This would not be possible with a forest. So this has several consequences for the farmer, should be rather attractive. And finally, a farmer who is, of course, part of the rural economy, of the regional economy, is connected by this collaboration with the industrial partner, with the European bio-based industry. So he gets access to a bigger market. Yeah, and this will, in a more general way, connect him with the industry.
Okay, so thank you. So who is interested in this, because it has several advantages as you present, can go on your website and can contact you. So who is interested, for instance, to know more about advantages and to maybe also enter in contact with these companies, can contact you on the website. So thanks very much, Dr. Matthias Meyer. Thanks very much for telling us about the project and also the advantages that are really interesting, in particular for farmers, not only for industry. Thank you, and stay tuned with the other videos made by BioVoices project.
I thank you very much, Matteo, and the team of the BioVoices project. Thanks for having me here again. It was an honor to me. Thank you.